Hey everybody, welcome back to War Buddies and welcome to the season finale for Warcaster neo-mechanika Jericho Reach Season 2. This has been an incredible experience. We are now week 10, so week 10 out of 10, and it is time for the big showdown here at the end. So if you've been following the story, if you haven't been, actually, you should probably go back and watch the previous 9 episodes. But we've got Empyreans pouring out of the gates below Jericho Reach. We've got Taria and Avarice on a daredevil mission down to close it, bringing with them a mismatched group of allies, and they will be facing the stiffest resistance we've seen yet from the Empyrean forces, including a cadre. More on that here shortly. First of all, we had the final week of you guys fighting for the Reach. So this whole campaign, we've been doing this thing where you guys play games between the episodes, send in results, and that changes who's in control of what on the Reach. So I'll show you the map real quick, and then let's roll to settle who wins the capital, who takes the final territory here. The results this week, so we had 2 victories for the AC, both over the Marcher Worlds, trying to sneak in a little daredevil victory. And then we had a victory for the Marcher Worlds over the AC in retaliation, as well as a Marcher victory over the ISA. So the final 4 battle reports ended up in a tie between the AC and the Marcher Worlds. They will each get 8 power dice to roll here in a second, and the Empyreans and ISA will each get 6, being second placers. So let's go to the dice box and see how that turned out. All right, Marcher Worlds and AC have the lead in points right now. They are tied with 2 wins. So let's start with Marcher Worlds. Dropping my dice already. 8 power dice for Marchers. Good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, perfectly average there. AC coming in with the same number of dice. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take out 2. We've only got 8. That is a beatable number. 6 dice remaining. ISA. ISA can't beat them. Can the Empyreans beat them? Alien invaders, come on. Not quite. All right, the Marchers will take the capital, and the Petroviches are back in charge of the Reach. So a big congratulations to the Marcher Worlds for taking fully half of the victories in this entire campaign. Outstanding, well-earned victory. Now, after I come back from Warfare Weekend, which is coming up this coming weekend, then I'll sit down, we'll do a big old story time and epilogue for the campaign. We'll talk about a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff of how the battle reports broke out. I'll tell you guys the story of what happens to the Reach now that the Marchers have reclaimed it. And now that we see what's gonna happen with Taria and Avarice. So I'm gonna send you guys over to the episode while I pack to go to Warfare Weekend. If you are going to Warfare, we are fighting 1 bonus episode for the fate of the Lawgiver. I'll put a link in the description for that. Come on in, sign up. We still got a few seats left. So I will see you there. Until then, enjoy the season finale, Jericho Reach Season 2.
Unity has never been a great virtue of humanity. We are too fractured, too independent, to ever truly come together in peace. We come together in war, in the face of annihilation. There is a truth we have carried since the old world. Here on the Reach, we will stand or fall by it. The greatest virtue of humanity is defiance.
And welcome to the final showdown, which is otherwise known as too many models to fit on this board, and I don't care. We got a few new faces. Let me just run down the roster for you. Only taking 1 Demon Warjack this time. He's got the Plasma Blade, the Heavy Projectile, the Phase Projectile Cannon, Starfire Ray, and the Eidolon Cortex. We've got the Indestructible Sentinel, still has not been killed yet in this game. Metaperceptor to push all his ranged weapons. Newman Cortex to charge him basically whenever he sneezes. We got the Gravitonic Lash, the winch weapon on that. Meteor Cannon on top, Cyclotonic Razor on his chest. He's big, he is hard to kill, he is annoying as anything. Oculus here, Heavy Saber here. Saber Strike Force with their little airlift attachment. I always forget his name. He's so cute though, look at him. Absolutely devastating little model, go figure. Fulcrum there in the back. Astrea showing up to lead the party as he should. And I sort of sectioned these guys off for good reason. Over here we have the Antecessor Eternals, the murder chickens from last episode. They are here to do chicken-related murder. Paragon Commander, still big, still scary. He's a big, beefy boy and proved his worth pretty well in that last showdown. And behind him are the Eternal Paragons. I think that's their name. They're essentially smaller versions of him. They don't have arc relay, but they are big, chunky, mostly melee beat sticks with some ranged attacks on them. But they have a rule called Retributor. So if one of the models is killed while they're charged, one other model gets to make a free attack. So it's one of those like you really want to get rid of all of them at once or shoot them from very, very far away. I've grouped them together because these guys are all for the Harbingers of Cyrus cadre. And the rules of a cadre say that if you bring all the units in a cadre, which is pictured here, you then also get to bring the cadre champion for free. And cadre champions are, in my opinion, some of the strongest, coolest models in the game. Unfortunately, I don't have the Empyrean one painted in time. I'm just kidding. Let's roll that footage. This guy, I'm going to mispronounce his name, he's the Eternal Meditor. He's a Speed 7, he's essentially the king of the murder chickens. He is a Speed 7 flight weapon master, spray energy weapon, fiery plasma, POW 5 little stabby sword thing there. But most of what he does has to do with the Aeons. So quick homework test here. The little saber guys are not technically Empyreans, they're little servitors, little automata. Aeons, so units with the Aeon keyword, are actual Empyrean souls inside machines, inside a machine body. So all the units in the Harbingers of Cyrus, they are all Aeons. Astreus is also an Aeon. So there's some cool interactions when it comes to the Eternal Meditor and Aeons. For one thing, if a friendly Aeon model is destroyed within 10 inches of him, he can immediately charge himself or another friendly unit within 10 inches, just for free. He can also spike to return a non-attachment model to a squad. So he will be hanging out mostly with the Antecessors, also with his Paragons. It is going to be really hard to remove those squads while this guy's humming around doing his thing. So welcome, our first cadre champion to Jericho Reach, and good luck. And here we have the champions of humanity. They are here, this is Taria's Ramshackle Alliance. They're here to get a hold of the gate, close it, and seal off the invasion. You'll notice that it's a bit more colorful than usual. Basically what I did in the previous episodes where we had the AC and the Martial Worlds, I went through the comments, looked for which units were mentioned the most, and they got to join the crew. So, representing the ISA, we have two squads. We have Paladin Enforcers. We've brought Squad 2, you can tell because of the tiny little honor markings on his shoulder plates. Squad 2 running Enforcers. We've got a unit of Annihilators and their attachment. Swinging over here, we've got a Weaver, our good boy Morningstar with Starburst Missiles, Harbinger, Sword, Shield, and Bodyguard Cortex. And the Shooty Firebrand, he has the Immolator on his shoulder, Reflex Cortex, Grenade Launcher, and Rifle Bayonet combo. And that is a good combo. Leading the show, of course, is Taria herself. She has rules in the Jericho Reach sourcebook, which will be linked in the description below. But essentially, she is a souped-up Paladin commander who is not afraid of big, scary aliens. Now, because the Martial Worlds lost their episode, they are allowed to bring 2 deployment costs to this party. So, by popular demand, we have a Hunter and an Engineer, and I'm super glad people voted for the Engineer, because Combat Engineer plus ISA Warjacks is just going to equal a grand old party. The AC won their episode, they're allowed to bring 4 deployment costs. So, what we have here is a unit of Raiders with the good boy Raker there in the back, and a Vassal Boss up front. So this this whole army is a little solo heavy. It looks kind of pitifully small compared to the Empyreans, which is exactly what we're going for. But each army is roughly 10 units. Speaking of roughly, sneaky little devil in here, Ezekiah is also joining the party. He is also a custom hero from the Jericho Reach sourcebook. If you didn't catch his episode earlier, I think he was in episode 3 or 4, I believe. Anyways, if you didn't catch his episode, he has got some shady little rules called Liar, Thief, and Assassin, which tells you all you need to know about his character. I'll explain his stuff as it turns up. So here's your Defenders of Humanity. Let's take a look at the mission. Yeah, let's take a look at our scenario and our deployment for today. So we are running unconventional warfare, as is the custom on this map. We've got 4 objectives around the map. In each of the corners, they are connected diagonally, which is kind of an interesting thing. There's a 5th objective up here that also counts for stuff, but it's not connected to anything. The diagonal objectives, at the end of your turn, if you control one of these objectives, say this one, you can nominate a unit within 3 inches to teleport through it to the opposing one. So these only work on the diagonal. So this gate and that gate are connected. That gate and this gate are connected as well. So you can do that on the end of your turn in order to transport your units across the board quickly. Scoring is escalation at end of pulse round. Few quick notes to make about the scenario. So the giant portal in the middle is considered to go straight to the abyss. So if you fall into it, you are doing the goodbye. Otherwise, we've got this track, kind of a spirally track that leads up. We do count, if you can reach the top of that over there, we usually count just 2 inch up in order to get to the next one, all the way up to here. So you can walk that. I don't think a model's ever walked that. It's easier to just fly. But it's also easy to get knocked down into the pit of despair. So there is that too. As far as Taria's army goes, if you guys remember, we did something similar to this at the end of season 1, but those were bonus units. So when they died, they were just gone. We have replaced units from Taria's army with her allies. So when they die, they can respawn and come back as usual. Over on the Empyrean side of things, we brought out the entire flock of murder chickens. We have the Eternal Meditor, 2 deployment cost right here, and the Antecessors Eternal, 3 deployment cost right over there. So they are set up to go ahead and make a move on the first turn and then be able to reset, take a full second move on the other turn. Humanity kind of filtered in a little bit differently. We've got Taria leading the charge at DC 1 with her new hunter friend, who hopefully won't shoot her in the back of the head. They are both DC 1. Vassal Boss and her raiders have shown up down there, bringing us to 5. And it's Humanity's first go, so we will see how this goes and whether or not they can shut this thing down. Let's roll into it. Pulse round 1, turn 1, folks. At the start of the ISA turn, the ISA Warcaster is going to reluctantly charge the Vassal Boss. We've got a pretty good spread of Sapphire cards here, but none we want to bank on just yet. So let's go straight to activations. Raider Squad moving 6 inches up to draw in line of sight down on the murder chickens. They have 14-inch guns, so they are not in range. Vassal Boss, on the other hand, will simply shuffle over here to secure this objective, taking her arc with her, and she would then spike to remove their activation token. Taria drops a 5 arc gate there, and that is about it for ISA turn 1. Holding the ciphers in reserve, moving up to shooting position. A lot of open space here, but not enough range to start tagging Empyreans. Let's go over to Empyreans, turn 1. So the plan right now is to take advantage of flight to put the Antecessors into a better position to hold this key objective of here. There's a lot more flight on the Empyrean army than there is on the opposition force. We're going to charge up the Eternal Meditor because a lot of his abilities have to do with being charged. The Antecessors will shuffle forward, flying up to here. Again, flight ignores vertical distance, and I'm going to need a moment to balance these guys. And there we go. If you're jumping back to this point in the video because you've noticed later on that one of these guys is off his base, well, it started here. Guns are 10-inch range, so one of them is in range of the Raiders. He's going to go ahead and take a shot. First shot of the season finale, Rat 4. Okay, not bad. 3 strikes, defense 3. Okay. Bonus armor 2. That was enough to wipe the whole squad and the boss. So we're just going to escort you from the vicinity. Miniature's going to move up. Occupy this objective, staying within 10 inches of the squad. His guns are only 8-inch range, so he's going to have to call it a day with that. He drops his own 5 arc gate right up here out front. So we've shuffled positions on turn 1. The flock of chickens is on the rise. Everyone controls 1 objective point, and we're about to close into some major shooty range. So let's break in to turn 2. For turn 2, we are going to charge the Raiders because they are angry now. and play Redirection Complex, giving them each 2 shots. It's going to be a bit tricky because they are Rat 3 with 1 arc charge. These guys are defense 4 with cover from the high ground. So let's see. 4 shots coming. Shot number 1. 3 strikes, not bad. Defense roll. Blocked it. Shot number 2. 4 strikes, excellent. Defense roll. Blocked it barely. Shot number 3. And 4 strikes. 4 strikes against. Blocked it. Shot number 4. 4 strikes. And blocked it. Bit of a letdown, but you can't win them all. Advancing 6 inches. Taking some cover down here from where the intercessors can't really see them, at least from where they are. Solo activation is going to be the Hunter. Moving up to here, taking a shot at the Meditor. At 6 because Hunter. Ooh, not a bad shot, that is 5 strikes. 5 strikes against defense 4. And 3 of them get through, very nice. A POW 4 shot, kind of wish that I put that arc onto him now, but what are you gonna do? Try to break armor 3. He's got 3 health. So 9 strikes, technically possible. We'll just kill him outright, at which point he gets promoted to be King of the Reach. Here we go. Okay, scared me real quick there. That's 8 strikes. Okay, you can be the Grand Duke of the Reach. Holy crap. 8 strikes. God, yeah, if he had punctured his arm, if he had used the spike thing to puncture his armor, that would have been it. Oh well, good opening volley. Welcome to the Reach. Here's a bullet. So instead, we're gonna throw out Aggression Theorem, take 1 more shot, see if we can't drop him early. Rat 6. 5 strikes again. Defense 4. Oh boy, 2 of them get through. POW 4 weapon, armor 3. Drops him. Puts a shot right through him, wings flutter to the ground. Plasma blade clatters. The Reach is angry with your presence. This is not your world anymore. The downside is these guys are not heroes, so he will be summoned back, and I assure you he will be back. Speaking of, Hunter Shenanigans' move will be a hecking retreat back here. And that means it is time to unveil the gate reinforcements. We have 5 arc in this gate. You can guess in the comments below what you think is coming through. You are probably correct. It is the dream team you've been waiting for since we saw that army intro. Come on, all the arc. It is the Morning Star and the Engineer. In the back row, the Raiders have run up and they drop a 5 arc gate within spitting distance of this back objective. And at the end of the turn, since they control this objective, we'll pick 1 unit within 3 inches, Taria, who will teleport to the opposite corner of the board. Brings us over to turn 2 for the Empyreans. Obviously, Intercessor is the only unit left, so without knocking my models over, we'll put a charge on them. It is just out of range for them, unfortunately, so instead they're going to very carefully fly up and take the treasured top objective. We call it the treasured objective not because it does anything cool, just because it's so hard to get up here and take someone off of it. That being fairly important, but that being their only option, or only action, we're going to jump down to the gate. We've got 5 arc and plenty of volunteers to make use of it. Right now, the ISA Alliance controls 3 gates, 3 objectives to the Empyreans 1, but we're about to have a whole lot of hurt and pain coming out of this gate. Unleashing Astreus himself, the Paragon Commander, and the Brute Squad, the Exalted Paragons. While the Intercessors will drop a 2 arc gate here just so they can spit out a smaller unit and then go off to do something more fun than gate hopping. Moving over to the ISA turn. We've got 1 arc left. We're going to charge up the Morning Star, who's going to put as much of a dent as he can in these reinforcements. The understanding that if he doesn't, there's an awful lot of firepower that's going to come their way very, very shortly. With that in mind, we'll slap Divination Algorithm onto his gunnery. Our fine and friendly Engineer will slap some Marcher World style modifications onto the back of this guy, tuning up the Morning Star as his special action, and then retreating back to make sure he is on the objective. At which point it's time for the unstoppable force to meet the immovable object. Morningstar barrels forward, slamming into the front Empyrean lines. And we have some very, very careful choices to make about weapons right now. First thing we're going to do, starburst missiles from here into this guy. We are charged, so we have targeter, we can reroll the attack. So we're going to do defense first. To check, he is defense 2. He blocks 2 of whatever's coming. Whoever's coming is at rat 4, rat 5 with tune-up, 1 arc charge. You can reroll this. 4 strikes get through, we'll take it. We'll go with that. So 4 get through, POW 4, 5 for divination algorithm. He is armor 4, 2 health. And he's out. Blast him into little alien bits. Blast damage on the first guy. He takes 1. Blast damage on the second guy. And he's okay. It's going to kick off the Retributor rule. So one model, since a model was removed from the squad, one of the others gets to make 1 attack. So they will shoot their, or the nearest one, will shoot his Numinous Agitator into the Morningstar. Rat 4, 3 strikes. Strikes against defense 4 because of tune-up. And 2 of them get through. This is a POW 4 weapon. Trying to crack armor 5? Armor 5, say it with confidence. And nothing doing. Harbinger Cannon into the wounded guy, rolling for strafe. 1 strafe. Rat 5 for tune-up. Beautiful shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense 2. Wow, all right, blocks all but 1 of them. Harbinger Cannon still at POW 5 because of divination algorithm, trying to break armor 4. All right, you got him. Another contestant down. Strafe shot into the last guy. Pretty good shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense 2. Any day now. All right, 3 of them get through. 1, 2, 3. POW 5. Armor 4. 8 strikes will drop him. And we take 1 health. But since that attack is resolved and a model was moved, he will now get his retaliation shot. At 4. 3 strikes. Defense 4. 2 get through. Armor 5. POW 4. Just shy. It's a good thing you got that shield there, buddy. Empyreans are really running up against a stone wall with this guy. He's pretty impressive. All right, we're going to swing the shield bash into Astreus. Shield bash coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 6. 6 against defense 4. All right, 2 get through on a POW 4 against armor 4. And Astreus is fine. Swinging the big choppy sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes. 6 strikes against Astreus. He blocks 4 of them. 2 get through. POW 6, armor 4. 1, 2 health. POW 6, armor 4. Oh my god. Okay, well done, parry. I have parried this, you filthy casual. Well, that was an interesting one. So Morningstar ran up, great dice rolls, knocked out 2, almost the whole squad back here, and then completely stonewalled against Astreus and his defense 4 in ludicrous dice rolls. Well done, the tune-up. Thank you, buddy. Tune-up certainly helped out on that one. That puts the ISA Alliance currently in control of 3 of the 5 objectives. From this gate back here, we'll bring out the Paladin Annihilators with their Aegis and a shooty Firebrand. Drops the gate with 3 arc, and that is it for ISA Pulse Round 1. Pretty good work in that one. They've really done a good job of keeping the Empyreans on the back foot, chewing through the reinforcements on the front row, keeping them so they just have to just keep summoning things out. Not much they can do about that top section, but they're not terribly concerned a bit, because right now, again, they are certainly kind of in charge of this scenario. Moving over to the Empyrean turn, we are going to charge Astreus with 1 arc. And then we'll throw No Collider from this guy, because again, he does have the arc relay. Roll into, ooh, who's a good candidate? We'll try to take out the hunter. Actually strike that. We're gonna go after the engineer, see if we can knock him down one. We'll find out why here in a second. There is 3 arc in the tank, focus 4, no collider. Not terrible, 1, 2, 3, 4. Against defense 2. That's not gonna bode well. It is a POW 3 thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need to look up the engineer's armor. His armor 4, 2 health. Okay, only breaks him once. Next go round, Astraeus is going to shoot his Starfire Ray into the same engineer. It's a strafe weapon. He's going to hope to catch the hunter in it as well. If he gets lucky, roll for strafe. He does get lucky. He's coming in at rat 5. Yeah, just making sure I read the card right. Rat 5 with an arc charge against the engineer. And 4. Defense 2. Okay, only 1 gets through. That's good news for you, buddy. It is POW 4, however. So 4 strikes to remove him. And engineer's out of play. Strafe shot against the hunter. Ooh, good roll. 6? 6, just making sure I'm doing my math right. 6 strikes against defense 4. We're just gonna roll this because it's fun. POW 4. 6 strikes, he is armor. If you guys don't know the hunter, he is a whopping armor 2. So he dies a bunch. Hunter's out. He will follow that up by putting the fusion spear into the, what's his name? Morningstar. At 5 arc charge. Ooh, decent shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are still tuned up. And 3 of them are gonna get through. Plasma Spear is a POW 5 weapon, trying to break armor 5. And gets him for 1. Perhaps more terrifying, it also sets him on fire. Morningstar is going to spike to use the reciprocator, but instead of swinging his sword into Astraeus, he's going to go for the commander, who has a lower defense. Which is good, he's on fire, but tuned up. He's very efficient fire, I guess. So he's back down to mat 4. No red dice because he just spiked to do this. Sword attack into Paragon Commander, wields 5 strikes. Excellent. Defense 3. 3 of them get through. POW 6, armor 4. Hurts him for 2. 2 of his 3 health. At the end of his go, Astraeus is going to back up 6 inches. And pat himself on the back for a stab well done. Now it's the Paragon Commander's turn. He's going to put his attacks into the same guy, the Morningstar. Mat 5 on the Celestial Cleaver, fancy sword. Ooh, 5 strikes is good. We're still tuned up despite being on fire. 3 of them through. POW 5. Armor 5, looks like breaks him for 1 more, bringing him down to 2 health. Stay right there. Firing his laser, rat 4. 3 against defense 4. Okay, 2 of them get through. It is a POW 4. And not enough to hurt him. Nevertheless, he will take his 5-inch move around to here. Bring your little skull tokens with you. Last play of the pulse round is going to be Mortality Destabilizer to bring back one of these guys. And we're putting him here in a very, very deliberate spot. Bring anyone out of this one yet because the murder chickens haven't left yet. We are dropping in gate right down here. And at the end of the turn, because Astraeus controls its objective, we will use this one, take a unit within 3 inches, and teleport them to the other corner. And there you have it, spreading their forces kind of thin and some daring moves. They took some heavy losses here, but they're Empyreans, they don't really care that much. So let's go around the horn for scoring. No one gets this objective. That one is now contested. The Empyreans will score 1 point for the top. They will score 1 point for Astraeus's. ISA scores 1 point for Taria's objective. So despite overwhelming firepower from the ISA, Empyreans really rallied that one in a strategic kind of way And they are now up by 1 point, moving into Pulse round 2. First, we're going to roll to resolve fire. So on a double strike, by the way, he's out, because he only has 2 health left. Good lord. All right. Joints melting, fuel tanks going up, arc relay sparking. The Morningstar makes a graceless exit. Moving over to the ISA Alliance turn, which I realize is the Iron Star Alliance. We're going to charge the Vassal Boss. First order of business is going to be to move the Raiders. They're going to shuffle back along here to help respond to the immediate threat. See if they can't take hold of this objective. And their first shot is going to go into the undamaged Exalted Paragon. With 2 strikes, he is defense 2. And 1 gets through. They're going to spike to immediately inflict corrosion on the big guy. Making him armor 3, gets a powerful weapon. Oh, just shy of dropping him, but we got a good hit. The other guy's going to go into the freshly corroded target. 3 strikes, defense 2. Okay, only 1 gets through again, but he is now down to armor 3. Can he do it? No, he cannot. Because first guy hit and they are within range of the boss, they get sidestep. Since he had an attack that hit, he gets to move a free inch. Speaking of the Vassal Boss, she will go next. She's getting tired of all this, so she will rack both of her submachine guns, heavy submachine guns, turn around, and unload them into the assailants. She is Rat 4, gets 2 shots. Shot number 1's good, 5 strikes. We know she's hitting at least. 5 strikes against defense. So 4 get through. 4 get through. She has armor piercing, reduced it by 1, so he is technically armor 2 right now because of corrosion. Her guns are POW 3. Beautiful. He is going to go take a well-deserved nap. The bad news is that triggers Retributor on the remaining guy. The good news is she is out of range of his little sword axe hammer thing. Instead, he's going to shoot. Oh, he's a little upset about that turn of events. 4 strikes. Defense 3. Okay, 1 gets through. Now 4 weapons, she's armor 3 with 2 health. And she's okay. Making her second submachine gun attack against the guy who just tried to shoot her. Rat 4. 6 strikes, pretty good. Defense, nothing. Oh boy. 4, 5, 6. 3 there, he has armor 4, she has armor piercing, so he has armor 3 with 1 health remaining. And he gone. AC over here holding it down and keeping up the reputation. She'll take her sidestep move, just the 1 inch. And spike to remove the activation token from these guys, thusly. And in what it has to be some maximum level blasphemy, the Raiders are going to receive the Consecration Directive. So when they are securing an objective, they get a +1 power die to their defense roll, and if they're missed, they get to make a retaliatory attack for the rest of the pulse round. Meanwhile, it's time to summon some help. We have 3 arc on this gate right here. We are bringing out Squad 2 and the Hunter. Taria drops a 4 arc gate, thusly. Starting off, the Empyreans are not going to charge anyone because they have no arc left in the tank. They've got 3 here, 2 on that gate, 1 on the Intercessors, 1 on Astreus. So, the Paragon Commander is just going to throw a Cacophony Declination into the Hunter because he remembers him and doesn't like his little face. It's a POW 3 normally used against Warjacks to inflict system failure, but it is still a POW 3 attack. Just going to be a straight focus 4 against defense 4. 3 strikes in the attack. The defense is fine. Very fine. To which the Paragon Commander says, fine, I'll kill them all myself. He's going to swing his sword into the nearest paladin. 5 against defense 3. Oh, good lord. That's 4 strikes. 3, get through. Pow 5, armor 3. Yep, good entrance. Here's your exit. And if we had any of the Fury Cypher cards, he could now turn around and cast 1 for free, but we don't. So he's going to shoot his, what is it called? Numinous Agitator into, yeah, probably the Hunter. Rat 4. Probably gonna miss. Ooh, I don't know, you got 3 strikes, defense 4. Nope, missed again. I was hoping for a little bit better than that, but he'll just wedge himself in here. He's only speed 5, it's not like he could go out and around everybody. It's time for the Antecessors to finally get off the objective and do some business. So they're gonna fly down to this platform here, just like so. Their Darkhold weapons don't care about line of sight against warrior models, so they're gonna open up into the Paladin Annihilators. First shot into the Aegis. Rat 4 Arc Charge. 2 strikes. Defense 3. Okay, 1 gets through. These are Pow 4, Armor 3. Oh, we're starting early today. Aegis is out. Shot number 2 into one of the Annihilators. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. It blocks 4 of them. Extra points for you, buddy. Not that it helped at all. Armor 3, and he's out. Next target. 5 strikes on the attack. Defense of 3. Okay. 2 in. Pow 4. Armor 3. And 1 lives. So not great, not terrible. We are looking at a whole lot of Empyrean nonsense descending on this area. I'll help from Cypher cards right now. They've got 3 of the overdrives for the Warjacks. So we need to get some Warjacks out here. We'll get to that in a second though. First off, 2 Arc Gate, gonna go away. Get replaced with a Saber Strike Force. Meanwhile, the gate down here has 3 Arc. We're gonna spend all of it. Bring out the Demon, Warjack, and the Oculus. Straeus tosses the gate behind him with 4 Arc, so that we can get that Sentinel out here sooner than later. For the ISA turn, we're gonna charge Taria. And play Ascension Catalyst on the Warjack back there, the Shooty Firebrand. You know from experience it takes quite a bit of effort to shoot down the murder chickens once they're up on their perch. Taria's gonna swing around. A little bit closer. And cut loose with her shoulder fire pulse cannon up into the center Antecessor. Use Rat 4 with an arc charge. Ooh, coming in good with 5 strikes. They are defense 4 in cover. And 1 gets through. It is PAL 3, 1 got through. Taria has Huntress of the Reach, which reduces her target by armor by 1 while she's charged. So these guys are now armor 2. All right, 1 wound on the center guy. Next contestant, blast damage. 1 wound on him, and the other one, dropped a dice. 1 wound on him. Neatly tagging each of them, our new Agile Firebrand, cross all the way up to here, thanks to his new speed 8, and he will start shooting as well. Shooting his grenade launcher first, he is Rat 4. Only 2, they are defense 4 in cover, that's gonna be tough. Dropped a dice again. Yeah, they block it. PAL 3 against armor 3. Not a chance. Shooting the assault rifle. Ooh, 5 strikes, not bad. But that one's blocked too. Finally shooting the Immolator, not at the Antecessors, but all the way down here at Straeus. Rat 4. Only 3, he is defense 4. And 2 of them get through. Immolator is PAL 5 and he is armor 4. All right, hurts him 1 and sets him on fire. Our final Cypher card is gonna be Eschatonic Well, the card of Song and Legend. This is an ISA special. For the warrior model, you place a Void Gate anywhere within 5 inches of them, and you can charge it immediately with up to 3 arc. The location will be here off of the squad, and we've got 2 arc left in the well, so 2 arc go onto it, just in time to do a bunch of reinforcements. We're pretty much going to empty the benches almost on this one. For these 2, we're going to take these 2 arc off, bring out the Weaver, and the Engineer. Here at the back brings out the Morning Star. And from the Empyreans gate, we're going to deploy Hezekiah using his Liar special rule. And you can deploy him out of an enemy gate, at which point his DC becomes 0 for the turn. The intent of that move is just to oversaturate the Empyreans with targets and problems, and I think we did that pretty well. There's almost nobody left over here on the sideboard. We got the 2 attachments are here and 1 straggler from each squad. Otherwise, the entirety of the Champions of Humanity team is on the board right now. And so the Hunter will drop a 3 arc gate for insurance. Since they are in control of this objective, the vassal boss will send this squad through to reappear down here. There's some strong pushback there on ISA turn 2. They now control 1, 2 of the gates in this one's a complete toss-up right now. This one's contested. Astraeus is wounded and on fire, so we'll see how that turns out. And that one's still moderately hopeless, so looking good. Let's move into Empyreans turn 2 and keep the action rolling. Empyrean Warcaster puts an arc charge onto the Demon Warjack. And we'll go ahead and play Vengeance Sequencer on him. So if someone targets and hits him this pulse round, which we have 2 more turns in, he will immediately get to make an attack. Demon Warjack is going to be the next one to go. He will hop, skip, and a jump. Right about there. Not where you want to find a Demon Warjack. We'll start with his Starfire Ray into the Paladin squad in front of him, rolling for strafe. 1 strafe. First attack, Rat 4 with an arc charge. Only 3 strikes, defense 3 on the Paladin. 1 gets through. Fire Ray is POW 4. Okay, he survives. Armor 3. Brave shot against the other Paladin. Ooh, that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense 3. 2 get through. POW 4. Armor 3. Numbers. He's out. Forward going into Hunter because he doesn't like him. Ooh, only 3 strikes. Defense 4. Okay, 2 got through. It's a POW a lot. It's a POW 5. He's an armor 2. Sorry you didn't get to show off again, buddy. Get out of there. Somewhat ironically, the sword is stuck on the model. Ace projectile cannon into the last Paladin. 4 strikes, defense 3. 1 gets through, POW 3. And the Paladin departs. I say this front row up here is one of the swingiest games I've had since I started that, and I love that that's here for the finale. Pat yourself on the Cortex, you did good, buddy. For Soul of Activation, Astraeus is not feeling good about his position right now. He's a little upset, so he's going to try to dispose of all these problems at once. He'll take a move action right to here. Take his tokens with him. And he's going to put his Starfire Ray into the Raiders and his Glaive into Hezekiah. And for strafe from the Starfire, he gets what he needs there. He's down to Rat 4 because he is on fire, and that is probably unpleasant. 4 strikes, defense 3 on the Raider. And 1 gets through. It is a POW, what is it? POW 4, he's armor 2. We pretty much all saw that coming. Great shot into the other guy. Ooh, it's a good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense 3. 2 get through. Not looking good for your armor 2 self. Nope. Raider shall raid no more. Meaning he'll raid in like 3 minutes when he comes back. Strays down to mat 4 with an arc charge. Ooh, only 4. Ezekiah is defense 3. Okay, 1 gets through. He's armor 3, 2 health. And he's fine. Barely. That is going to be 1 scorched cloak. Somewhat ironic that Astraeus being on fire helped keep Ezekiah from getting on fire. We got reinforcements. We got 4 arc here. It's going to get a little crowded in this area as the behemoth returns. Oculus is going to drop a gate here with 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do all 4. At the end of their turn, since Astraeus is in charge of this objective and the Sentinel is within 3 inches, he's going to poof and show up somewhere he is most unwelcome. That wraps it up for the Empyreans turn 2. Really kind of getting into a deadlock on parts of the board. We got mass casualties everywhere, units coming and going. It is nonsense, it is Warcaster, and I love it. Let's go to turn 3 for the ISA. Over here in the back row, things are going to happen. Charging up the Powder Annihilators, and give them the Tachytelic Metamorphosis, the +2 Mat Rat and Defense. They're just going to take their little 4-inch shuffle over here. Going to spike to ignore line of sight and cover, and shoot into the murder chickens. Rolling for strafe on the first gunner. We get 1 strafe. They are at rat 5 because of Tactilic Metamorphosis. Defense 4 on the murder chicken, so this could be kind of close. Here we go, first shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes. 5 against. Blocked it quite handily, well done. Strafe shot. 4 strikes. Okay, 2 get through. 2 get through on a POW 4, they have armor 3. And 1 down. Take this guy right here. Second gunner rolling for strafe. Yeah, he gets 2, you only need the 1 because there's only 2 targets left. Coming in with rat 5, again, because tactilic. Target number 1. You miss entirely, well done. Turn the gun around the correct way, target number 2. 4 strikes, defense roll on target number 2. Ooh, 3 of them get through. POW 4, armor 3. Roasted chicken. It didn't wipe the squad, but they did a pretty good job there. Meanwhile, Ezekiah is going to swing around here and try to do his little assassin maneuver. He only has 1 melee attack, but he's mat 5 because he's pretty good at his job. He's very good at his job today. 6 strikes. Defense 4 on Astraeus. Oh, good lord. Need 8 strikes to drop him, as his taloned claw, his little foot there, punches into Astraeus' side and doesn't kill him. But it does take him down to 1 health. Gives a thief special rule, he removes the arc from Astraeus and is allowed to charge himself for free. Meanwhile, the Weaver is going to try to throw a pyrokinetic surge into Astraeus, try to finish him off before we start doing the score tally. Focus 4, 2 arc in the tank. Decent shot, 6 strikes, defense 4. 4 of them get through. This could be it. POW 3, armor 4. And there he goes. Astraeus crumples in the flames of humanity. Now let's get some reinforcements rolling out this gate. We have 3 arc, and there's some guys who are itching for some payback. Guys and their dog, in fact. Ezekiah throws down a 4 arc gate because we are expecting casualties. And we'll start throwing units through this portal. Not a surprise anyone wants to deal with, as Taria and Firebrand both appear on this corner of the map. Moving over to the Empyrean turn, we're going to put an arc charge on the Sentinel. Unfortunately, we're not going to use him because what we need to do right now is maneuver these guys who got ported in but haven't moved on to the objective, and we're in turn 3. Regardless of the odds, the Oculus is going to hover slither this way. He has no Fury Ciphers, unfortunately. He will shoot his little shooty gun into the Weaver. Good old-fashioned mage fight. Good mage fight, all right. 5 strikes on the opening shot, defense 3. Decent defense 2, so 3 get through. Get through on the POW 3. You only have armor 3, so 6 to drop him. Now it just hurts him once. Weaver takes 1. No help from the cards. We've got some interesting choices there, but nothing that's terribly useful to us at this moment. So we're going to jump over to reinforcements. We have a 4-arc gate and definitely volunteers ready. As the Eternal Meditor and the Heavy Saber both decide to join this party. And Oikos drops a 3-arc gate here. That was a wild pulse round 2. All right, so let's do some scoring. Right now the Empyreans are up by 1, but everything's worth 2 points now. So we've got a contested objective here, contested objective there. Empyreans hold the center. ISA holds there, and down here, if you can count having an AC double agent holding anything. That gives the ISA little ramshackle alliance the lead by 1 point. Moving into pulse round 3, this is literally anybody's game. Everything's dying, and I'm loving it. Here at the start of Pulse Round 3, the Humanity player is going to, we're going to try to take down the untakedownable. The AC is going to get really ambitious here. We're going to charge up the Raiders and play Reiteration Complex onto themselves, so all their shots are now twice. And they will take first move, moving up 6 inches. And they're going to open up all 6 shots into the big boy, see what we can do. Now here's one of those strategy points. They have an arc charge, which means they're shooting Rat 3 with a red die. At any point when they hit, they can spike to inflict corrosion and drop his armor from 5 down to 4, which make it a lot easier to wound him. So here's the question for you. If you are the player, how long do you keep shooting with the extra arc before you spike to drop his armor? Which is better, to have an extra red dice when you're shooting, or to have a target with 1 fewer armor? In classic War Buddy style, my answer is going to be when I feel like it. So, shot number 1. It's a good shot with 4 strikes. Defense 2 on the Sentinel. 3 get through. We're not terribly worried about the ability to hit him. We're just going to go ahead, spike, inflict a corrosion. I'm going to break armor 4 now. And we fail. They're in range for sidestep, so he'll move up an inch. And shoot again. Shot number 2. 3 strikes. Defense 2. 1 gets through at POW 4. Trying to break armor 4. Still nothing. Shot number 3. 2 strikes. Defense 2. 1 gets through. Still armor 4. Oh! Good shot. Punches clean through him, 2 health down. He is the Sentinel, so that means a spike to reduce to 1 health down. Shot number, what are we on? 4. Ooh, good shot. 3 strikes. Defense 2. 2 of them get through. POW 4 weapon, armor 4 still. And nothing. Shot number 5. 2 strikes. 1 gets through. Still armor 4. Oh, not quite. And the final bullet. Good. Okay, we were saving the good bullets for the end, I see. 4 strikes. He could technically block all this. Blocks 1, 2, 3. Oh, Sentinel has a well-deserved reputation. Armor 4. And gets him for 1 more. Everyone's taking their sidestep moves up. He is down to half health, 2 health remaining. Job well done for you guys. Now it's time for the boss to step up. Boss is coming in with Rat 4. 3 strikes. Defense 2. 2 of them get through. Her guns are only POW 3, but she has armor piercing, so he is now down to armor 3. 2 health remaining. Okay, chips off another one. It's all coming down to it. He has 1 health left. She has 1 bullet left. Here we go, Rat 4. 3 strikes, not great, not terrible. And 1 gets through. Here we go, folks. She has to break armor 3 on just these dice. And if she can, the Sentinel is finally going to fall. And there it is. The AC has rallied all their dirty tricks, and the thing that could not be done has happened. Meantime, the Weaver is going to try to velocity projector the Empyrean commander into the Demon Warjack. Focus 4, 1 arc in the well. 1, 2, 3. He is defense 3. Oh, he takes all 3. He's going to slam into something with a larger base than him. So we're going to add 1 more there. And velocity projector is POW 4. And he is armor 4. And out. Caught between hammer and anvil. Crushes him down. For reinforcements here, we've got 4 arc on this gate, and we are moving into the final part of the game. So let's ditch all 4 of those arc. Bring out the Enforcer squad with their attachments and the Hunter. And nothing tells a story of how desperate humanity is right now than the fact that everyone in this picture is on the same team. And our final gate is going to be from Taria, right here with 3 arc, just as insurance. The entire team humanity is on the board, except for this one dude. I'm sorry, dude. Great turn 1 for the forces of humanity. They finally dropped the Sentinel after trying the entire season to do that. We got secure that objective pretty well. This one's definitely under control. No real hope of getting to this one. They've kind of had to shrug that one off, which sucks because that's 3 free points for the Empyreans. This is where the tussle is at. A lot of Empyrean heavy hitters here. A lot of potential problems about to come out of that gate. Let's see how it goes. Moving into Empyreans, turn 1. Empyrean player will charge the Eternal Metator. And we'll put Photochimeric Mantle onto the Intercessor. That way he gains stealth and it's a little bit harder to just pick him off there. And the Empyreans are going to try to wrest control of this objective, because the thing about this scenario, if you can control the diagonal objectives, so that one and that one are both under ISA control, it's really hard to jump from one to the other. It's hard to threaten them. But they've got a bunch of forces here who could easily teleport up to there if they can gain control of this objective. First things first, I've rotated him around because his arm's a little overhangy. Metator is going to move up to here. Get your arc out of the way. Gonna get nice and cozy. So cozy, he feels like stabbing a Firebrand Warjack. So he is Mat 4 with an arc charge. All right, not bad. That is 4 strikes. 4 strikes against defense 3. Okay, 2 get through. This is a POW 5 fire weapon. He gets armor 3 because he does not have the shield. Ooh, and he wishes he had the shield. It takes 2 immediately. That's gonna be problematic. Following up with a ranged attack, which is Rat 5. Even better, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strikes, defense 3. Oh, I don't think this one's gonna work out for you, buddy. This is Warcaster, you can always flub the dice roll. Just not that dice roll. You're going back to the repair bay again. Meanwhile, the Demon Warjack is going to take Taria's presence on his planet personal. Move up just a little bit to get her in melee range, and it will be sword into Taria. First, though, we're going to shoot the Starfire Ray into the Weaver. Looking for strafe. 1 strafe, that's exactly what we need to pick up the Engineer as well. At 4 against the Weaver. Ooh, good shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Defense 3. We're just going to remove you, buddy. That's just a sign. And strafe shot against the Engineer. Okay, guess you used all the good bullets in the other guy. 2, 1, so 1 gets through on the POW 4. Armor 4. And he still hurts him, well done. This dude understood the assignment. Now the assignment is Taria, so he's going to swing his Plasma Blade into our heroic commander. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes. 5 strikes, she is defense 4 because we will endure. When she's attacked by a model with a larger base size than her, she gets +1 death, +1 armor. So 5 strikes against. 3 get through. Check the POW. She's armor 4, but she's facing this with fire attached to it. And Taria takes 1. Phase projectile cannon into Taria. 4 strikes, not bad, not bad at all. And she blocks it. He's holding firm at the gate. We're gonna play Impulse Inducer to not have to put a token on him. See if he can't finish the job next turn. Moving on to reinforcements, we have 3 arc on this gate, so let's dismiss them all. Bringing out the Brute Squad yet again. And then the Eternal Meditor is gonna drop a gate right over here with 4 arc on it. The Empyrean strategy essentially is now to lock down this gate and this gate. Because they do that, and they're pretty comfy with that gate being in their control, then they will be up by 3 points and will take the win. Checking in over here, we're going to charge Squad of Enforcers, give them Umbral Transvection, that's partly to cycle it through and partly so I don't have to worry about going around Hezekiah here. Also going to give them a little cover bonus in melee because they are about to get into some melee as they lift on their little ISA jetpacks. Squad 2 doing what Squad 2 does, jumping right into the face of danger, possibly getting pasted because of it. We'll find out. And they're going to do the best they can to put a dent into this wall of Empyreans. They are charged, so it's going to be 3 bayonets followed by 4 rifles. They are mat 3 with an arc charge, so targets a defense 2, armor 4, so we're going to roll through this as quickly as we can. Bayonet is POW 3, good deal. Stab number 1. Stab number 1 has 3 strikes, defense 2. 2 get through on a POW 3 versus armor 4. And nothing doing. Stab number 2. Ooh, better. 4 strikes. 4 strikes. 2 get blocked, 2 get through. POW 3. And manages to hurt 1. We'll pick you. Stab number 3. 3 strikes. 3 strikes against. 1, so again, 2 get through. We're very consistent, even if we're not hurting him that much. Do we show that? We show strikes, so 1 guy stabbed full holes, drops down. Problematic, that will trigger Retributor. This guy will swing his Fusion Glaive at the nearest Paladin. He is mat 4. Okay, 2 strikes. The good news is these guys have flight until the end of the pulse round. And blocks it. That's all the bayonets. Now onto the proper shooting. First shot, rat 3. 3 strikes. Defense 2. Okay, 2 get through on a POW 4 weapon. Trying to break armor 4. Fails. Shot number 2. Shot number 2 is not that good. 2 strikes. Defense 2. Blocked it. Shot number 3, it's kind of falling apart now. Okay, shot number 3 got his act together. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 strikes. 3 get through. POW 4. Armor 4. Good luck, buddy. He's at full health. And now he's at 1 health. And we are down to our last shot, so it's going to be up to the Aegis. Try to finish him off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Defense 2. Okay, 2 get through. Aegis gun is only a POW 3, so trying to crack armor 4 to kill him. Does not. So they neatly disposed of exactly half the squad, 1.5 guys. And that's it. And because someone's going to ask in the comments, they were not close enough to trigger anything from the Minotaur. They are about 12 inches away. Well, we'll put an activation token to you guys. Hope that cover from ranged and then cover from melee with the flight is enough to keep you guys alive. Meanwhile, Taria is going to do Taria things. She is currently the only person keeping this objective contested. So she's going to, I guess you don't really have to move, make you look a little more heroic. There you go. And she's going to go stab stab on the demon. At 4 with the Fusion Blade. Ooh, 4 strikes, that is not bad at all. Defense 3 on the demon. Okay, 2 get through. All 4, he counts as armor 3 because she is charged and therefore has armor piercing. Coming in hot. Nope, completely bounced off his face. Put her pulse cannon shot into the Metator. That's a better shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is a murder chicken though, so he has defense 4. Blocks 2, 2 get through, POW 3. Armor piercing, he's down to armor 2. And I think she just killed him. 2, 3, 6. She just killed him. One shot outright stabs. Nope, the stab was just a feint. Shoulder fire cannon into the Metator. Let's go into the Heavy Saber, who is armor 3 now. And he takes 1 too. We got plenty to go around. And that is Taria in a nutshell for the entire season. Just putting a wrench in people's plans, standing tall, standing firm, to the end. All we have right now are Warjack ciphers and a Fury cipher, so nobody can use those. We're gonna go to reinforcements, bring out the last wave of reinforcements. From this arc, from this gate with 3 arc, let's take all 3 away. As Taria's backup arrives in the form of the Firebrand, the Shooting Firebrand, and the Weaver. It's that time of the show, so we're not going to drop any more gates because we won't actually get to use the people that come out of them. Let's go to Empyreans turn 2. Metator's loss was kind of an ouch. We got the Heavy Saber and the Demon ready to go over here. We got the Oculus, we've got the Exalted Paragons. These guys doing a good job of holding down the fort. One murder chicken there, he can really mess those guys up if he gets lucky. So we're gonna take a moment to sort of prioritize our priorities. All right, and here's the priorities. We're gonna split up. We can cover more ground that way. Charging, Exalted Paragons. Shooting the Paralytic Disruptor from here into Ezekiah. There's 4, no arc in the tank. 1, and he blocks it. It's all the cloak, it just goes right through him. Meanwhile, over here, a bit of a spot because we've only got speed 5, but we want to be able to get in there to get a hold of the thing. These guys are still flying, which makes them hard to hit at melee. So if we move this guy up, we'll get an extra melee attack that will likely miss, and then we won't be able to advance up to the objective afterwards. So here's what's going to happen. The guy in the back is going to shoot his Numinous Agitator into the squad. Shooting on Rat 4. Pretty good shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes. They are in cover because the Aegis is charged. 6 strikes against 1. So 5 strikes. This is a POW. Numinous Agitator is POW 4, meaning this guy is about to be deleted. And deleted he is. So, problem, the Force Barrier goes away. They do not have cover against range anymore. But also the Numinous Agitator removes Cipher cards. So you guys are no longer flying. And you just went from cover against everything to cover against nothing. And guy's gonna shoot his Numinous Agitator, because he is agitated in a numinous sort of way. 5, good. 5 strikes against, nothing. Pile them all in here, boys. Trying to show 3. We show 3. We'll get rid of, we'll say, you. And swinging his Fusion Glaive against the guy in front of him. Mat 4, yeah, these guys are really upset right now. 2, 4, 6 again. Nothing doing on the defense. 6 against, nothing. We're just, for the sake of time and efficiency and a little bit of dignity, you're out. As their attack's done, so they will simply move up here to contest the objective. Beautifully. Solo move, Heavy Saber. Trots over here. Yeah, there we go. And he's gonna try to put a whip arm into Taria. Using the armor piercing rule, he is Mat 4. Ooh, good one. 4 strikes, she is defense 4 because he has a larger base. 4 against, 2 get through. Those are POW 3. She is down to armor 3. She would be armor 4 because of We Will Endure, but he has armor piercing. So armor 3. And Taria takes another one. To her last health, he's gonna swing his crazy whip arms again. Ooh, another good one. 4 strikes again. Only 1 gets through. She is still armor 3. And Taria is out. Made it all the way to the last pulse round. And he's going to put his meteor cannon into the Weaver, I think. Try to shut down those Furies. At 4 meteor cannon. 3 strikes, defense 3 Weaver. 3 strikes against. 1 gets through. Power 4, he doesn't have the arc to slam him. Armor 3. He takes 1. Final card is going to be Aggression Theorem into the Heavy Saber again, putting a Whip Arm into the Firebrand. Armor Piercing again, which will bring him down to armor 2. That could suck. Yeah, but not with only 1 strike in the attack. Defense 3. Blocks it. So the reason the Empyreans put down this particular gate right particularly here, clear off 4 arc from it, it is not because they're going to get a chance to use the thing that comes out of it in an activation. They're just going to bring something big out of it right here. Sentinel lives. Not within an inch of the objective, but he is within 3 inches and they now control it. So they will port him in a little poof right back to here, where he can sit here and deny an objective. That is turn 2 Empyreans. What a turn that was. Status of the board. ISA controls 1 objective. Empyreans control 1, 2 objectives, and we have 2 that are contested and quite intensely. Moving into the last turn, it's up to the survivors on the board to reclaim the Reach one way or the other. All right, it is turn 3, pulse round 3, so let's walk through this before we do anything. The ISA controls 1 objective there. There are 2 that are contested, and the Empyreans hold 2. So the ISA needs to at least tie the game in order to win, because currently they're a lead by 1 point. The only solo on the board, or the only solos you can work, we have Ezekiah over here, we have the Hunter, we have the Weaver. Some combination of one of those solos and one other unit needs to retake one of these objectives. So we can rule out that one because we don't have a solo back there to help, and neither the Annihilators nor the Morningstar is going to be able to 1-turn kill that Sentinel. So that brings us to either this objective or this one. We need a combination of 2 units who together can seize an objective entirely. And I'm thinking we're going to go over here. In the spirit of our multinational alliance, we're going to charge the Hunter and make the stereotypical trademark War Buddies bold play. We put Divination Algorithm onto the Hunter to give him the big bullets. And essentially this is going to be Ezekiah and the Hunter have to drop these 2 Exalted Paragons. Each of them only has 1 weapon. We have 1 ranged weapon and 1 melee weapon. Ezekiah is going to go first. We're going to swing right around here. Going to put his little clawed foot, his little assassin maneuver, into the Paragon. He is mat 5. He is charged, so he gets corrosion for his special rule, his assassin special rule. Oh, it's a lot of dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. This is what he's trained for. All 8 go through, corroding his armor down to 3. Pow 5. Can I do it all in 1 handful? There we go. Oh, I dropped a dice. Cool. So a quick stab, crunch, a little firing of a poison piston, and this guy is out. It does trigger Retributor, and he is going to, seeing what's going on here, he is going to shoot his Numinous Agitator into the Hunter. Coming in on Rat 4. Ooh, only 1 strike. Defense 4. He blocks it. After the big moment, the Ranger racks his rifle. He has to take out both of his health in 1 shot. At 6 plus 1 arc. Not great, not terrible. You gotta pull out some big numbers here, buddy. That is 7 strikes. 7 strikes against. Okay, we might have a show here. 6. He is going to spike to drop his armor by 1. Pow 4. So on this many dice, he needs to show 6 strikes to drop him. Here we go. And there we have it. Little AC shanking trickery, well-placed Marcher's bullet. Do his shenanigans move and then his regular move just to shore it up. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to throw Havoc Spiral from the Weaver to the Demon. It's only a POW 3, but we've got like a bunch of arc sitting in the tank, so we're going to see what we can do. Focus 4 with 5 arc in the tank. Ooh, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikes. Strikes, he is in cover because he's charged. Ooh. Blocks 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 2 get through. On a POW 3. Armor 4. Nothing happens. And he has to damage him in order to do the winch thing, so he just stays there. Moving into the last turn of the last pulse round, and it is a nail biter today, which is just how I like it. So, we've got the Forces of Humanity control this gate, and that gate. Empyreans control this gate, and that one is contested, which means a tie game right now, which since the Humanity forces are up 1 point, means right now they are set up for the win. The Empyreans have to change that math in a very small amount of time. The other problem they have is they have one solo who can activate, the Oculus, and he is over here. We don't have any Fury Ciphers showing right now, and he only has the one gun, so he's not going to be a huge help in getting rid of stuff. So we do have a couple of options, none of which are super appealing. We could take the Oculus and the Demon and try to bum rush this objective. We have to kill off all 3 of those guys. Could take the Murder Chicken and or the Sentinel and try to get rid of that Paladin squad. Neither one of them historically has been great at hitting anything. But there is one objective out here that's being held by one soul and one soul alone. And that is our objective back here. So here's the play. Arcane Synthesis on the Demon Jack to put him up to a full charge. He's going to go 6 inches this way. From here, he has 2 ranged attacks to drop that Vassal Boss. Fully charged, Rat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes. 5 strikes against. Ooh, she blocks 3, so that brings us down to 2. We double check the POW. POW 3, we need to show 3 strikes to wound and 6 to drop. And she's okay. That brings us down to the Starfire Array. And only 3 strikes to hit. Defense 3. The 1 gets through on a POW 4. If he can show 6 strikes on this, he'll still take the game. That's beautiful, isn't it? 3 it is, so she takes 1 health and still holds on. That is game. The Empyreans control this objective, giving them additional 6 points. Humanity controls this one, giving them 6 points, keeping them 1 point in the lead. And then that one is contested over there. That is the season finale for Jericho Reach. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I've had an awesome time. Let's cut to the outro.
Avarice! Shut it down!
Not yet. I have one final purpose for this.
What are you doing?
I walked beyond this gate once. A journey left unfinished. I would walk it again.
Avarice!
I was never humanity's champion, Taria. That burden will fall to you. Keep them safe. Endure.
So as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed that episode, and I hope you enjoyed that season. I absolutely love Warcaster. I love doing this stuff with you guys, so you can definitely count on more of this in the future. I'll be doing a video later on to talk about the future of Jericho Reach, future war budgies, because we got some big changes coming up in this coming year. But for now, yeah, let's all just kind of take a nice relaxed break. We had a great time. You guys submitted almost 40 battle reports this entire season, which is amazing. So again, we'll do a video later on to kind of break down how it worked, what happened with the story and all that. Until then, hope to see you guys at Warfare Weekend. If not, catch me online, Facebook War Buddies, over in the Warcaster Discord. You can drop me a line in my email, warbuddies@yahoo.com. Love to hear from you guys. Would love to still see pictures and battle reports. And until next time, thanks for watching.